Welcome or welcome back. My friendly neighborhood Amazon delivery driver just came today and I have something I'm going to share with you guys. I am super excited. Ta-da! The LaserPecker LP1 Plus. Now, I primarily got this for leather, but I wouldn't be me if I didn't experiment a little bit. So I have kind of a myriad of nonsense over there on my work table. So we are going to get this out of the box. We are going to set it up. And then we're just gonna try a bunch of different stuff and see what happens. So this was part of the Prime Day sale, so I paid about $200 for this, not including tax. And it was cheaper than what it usually is, so that's why I bought it. And I like to treat myself on a budget. All that being said, let's take it to the table. Ruler, quick start guide, user manual, tools, some sort of plug or cable. Here's the actual laser itself. And our stand. Okay, so here is everything that came in the box. These three things were in this kind of polyester bag here. So it looks like they've given us some safety glasses here and a little cloth for them. This looks like it has a nice kind of wide box too, which is great. Keep all four of my eyes covered. All right, let's put it together. Looks like this part has quite a bit of wiggle to it to adjust. So I just tighten this up back here so that it is nice and tight up against this pole. So this is the top part right here. There's the emergency stop. And the actual laser part is right here. As you can see, that is where this is going to screw into that. Feels like that's on there pretty good. I didn't even have to use both my brain cells. It seems pretty easy thus far. And here's our cord. We are USB to USB-C. Positive click there. So it says the optimal focus between the laser and whatever you're doing is 200 millimeters, which that's probably this ruler. We're gonna have to adjust this and bring the laser down a little bit. As you can see, we're nowhere near it. To adjust this, I am just going to use this in the back to loosen it. Down. Let me make sure this is straight, and we're gonna tighten this up again. Okay, looks like we're right about where we need to be. Next up, it's telling me to go ahead and download the app, so we're gonna do that, and I will be right back. Ooh, that's rough, y'all. The LaserPecker app does not have very good reviews. All right, app is downloaded. Let's go ahead and get this on and try to connect it via Bluetooth. That was so fast, I didn't even get it on camera. Literally all I did was open the app up and then this beeped and it said device connected. So hopefully that happens for you. So also tucked together with this, it looks like they gave us a few pieces of kind of like brown craft paper for us to try out. So we're gonna try that out first, I think. And we don't have to use our own paper, which is great. Although I do have some black cardstock I might try out. Here, all I did was hit create. This is pretty cool. It looks like you can make barcodes and just enter numbers and print barcodes. I'll back that out. You can create QR codes. Looks like you can actually draw stuff in here. So it's an egregious flower. It looks like there's some clip art that's here. This is pretty cool. Maybe something like this. This feels really like detailed. Before we get ahead of ourselves, let's just put a piece of paper here. It's not super flat, is it? Okay, let's hit next. So we can go to 2K. So let's see, how big do we actually want this? I use these literally for everything. You guys have probably seen me use these quite a bit. This whole space that we're able to work with looks like it's 100 by 100 millimeters. Let's do maybe like 50 by 50. For all us who only know freedom units, one of these will really help you if you unfortunately were not taught how to do things in school. So let's say 50 and 50. And I think that'll maybe give us a good idea of what this looks like in terms of detail. It says 2K, so let's do 50 by 50. Okay, so it kind of auto did it. So you can actually go in here and do power level, depth, passes, and you can show what it is. There's a lot of materials here that you can choose from, which is great, but we actually do have, we're using that paper. Power 100, depth 15. it's there, but since we're only at 15% depth, that might be why you can't see it. Let's just flip the paper over, try it one more time at a different depth. I really want to get this right before we move on to a different material. That last one we did only took about 10 minutes. Let's try it again. Same size, same resolution. Let's increase the depth a little bit. Okay, recycle paper, power 100%. Let's take the depth to like 50% because I would like to see some results. Okay, I am actually seeing something this time, guys. This is looking significantly better. Okay, this looks so good. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't really know that I need to go too much deeper on this. There's a little bit of texture on here. This is black 110-pound cardstock. I want to try this. This is a little closer to what I would normally be using. So writing thank you on this cardstock was 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Just like a little bit of texture, but it's mostly pretty smooth. Looks like you can drag this around to kind of get it where you want it. So let's say we want it up here. Show center. Settings are recycle paper, 100% power, depth is gonna be 50%. All right, looks like we're all done. That was about 6 minutes. Let's see. You can see a little char on my thumb right there, but the detail on this is really cool. I went in and added my logo in the albums here. Quick, I just want to show you guys. I was kind of like, oh no, it's not working. You just have to turn the laser brightness up. Okay, for the sake of this video not being torturously long, I kind of just want to go over what I think worked, what I would maybe avoid using this for, and a couple observations. Overall, I use these presets as more of like a starting suggestion for my power and depth combos. I think you're gonna have to tweak the settings for every material and make a note of what works for your specific thing. I've seen people complain that this is slow, but I think that's only if you're doing something super complicated or large at the highest resolution. Almost everything else I did took 2 or 3 minutes, and that's fine for me since I'm not mass producing hundreds of items at a time. If you're doing that, happy to have you, but you should probably be watching a different video. I did have some success on cardboard boxes. I think again, it's just a matter of finding your sweet spot, and I was able to just wipe the char off with a damp cloth, but just avoid anything that has a coating. I tried on these small white boxes I have, and even maxing out the power and depth, I got nowhere. Same with these glossy little stickers I have, even maxed out, I got nada. Wood was a total win. I'm gonna have to keep tweaking these to get a little less char, but I was happy with what I was able to get. Plastic also worked out pretty well. I had some old sunglasses I was able to put initials on, no issues. So I was obviously gonna try fabric. I tried a bunch of different settings and I wasn't super jazzed about these results. I wonder if this would work better on something like felt or velvet. I was kind of caught between getting absolutely nothing or burning a hole right through the material. I tried cotton muslin, a thicker cotton canvas, poly satin, and a silk charmeuse. That was a little more successful the second time. I was wondering if I could use this as maybe a soft sew-in garment tag. We'll see, I'll keep experimenting there. And my main reason for buying this was for leather. For the most part, I got pretty good results here. This was a stretch vegan leather, and I think this came out decent. I tried on pig suede leather, again thinking that I could use this for some sort of interior branding. I don't know if I liked what I got all that much, but this may be tweakable. So on chrome tan leather, I got a good engraving, but the finish on some of them was kind of a sticky problem. So I think I just have to test out each specific chrome tan leather. Veg tan leather was the real star of the show. Even when I tried one that had a finish on top, I could wipe any gunk off with a damp cloth and just clean up that area with a little leather rejuvenator. I was able to add some nice touches to my leather passport wallets. I think I like this better than the branding I was able to do with my hot stamping machine for this. And this means that I can now offer personalization for my leather products, which is very exciting. And LaserPecker LaserPecker used a few less traditional materials in their example, so I decided to put those to the test as well. If you've been cruising for just the thing to make your bread less boring, you are in the right place. All joking aside, if you have a food truck or something and want to brand burger buns, this may work for you. Oh, did you think I wasn't gonna do it? All right, now there's actually a fruit peel setting on here. Power 100, depth is 60%, one pass. Okay, was that not the absolute funnest thing ever? I had a total blast. I am about to be an absolute menace looking for things around the house to laser. That being said, I think my most practical application here will probably be leather and also the boxes. I do ship a lot of stuff out, and that is kind of just a cool way to personalize stuff. You could also do jewelry boxes. I think one of the last videos on this playlist I showed you guys is where I customized gift boxes with my hot foil stamping machine. So there's obviously some more impractical applications we tried out today, but I mean, practical to you may not be practical to me. I mean, what if you run a lemonade stand and you want to put your logo on a bunch of lemons as kind of a display? That's not impractical at all. That is just fashion. But I think the theme here is you're really gonna have to try it out. I mean, I am still kind of surprised that the white box we tried didn't work out at all. So I guess just know you can just do regular cardboard boxes with this particular laser. Let me know if you have had better luck with boxes with different coatings on them. So far, that was like a total failure. Overall though, I love this laser. I feel like I got my money's worth. I know there are some less expensive lasers out there, but really what sold me on this one was being able to have that preview tool. I was really concerned that I would waste a lot of materials trying to figure out where to position things. So having that preview feature is like, really, I feel like it saves you a little bit because you're not throwing so much stuff in the trash. Also, I was surprised. Now, I didn't go in and read all the reviews, but when I downloaded that app, I showed you guys it had horrible reviews in the App Store. But so far, I haven't had any issues with it. Maybe if I try to do some more complex things, but I don't really intend to be like drawing in the app. I'll probably never use that feature. I am usually like an Illustrator girl, so I will probably make those things. And then the file that I used was just a PNG that I had saved to my phone. The only problem I had originally was trying to figure out how to turn the laser up in order to get it where I want it, but I think that's just trial and error. I didn't have any issues with the laser. I thought that the resolution quality was pretty good, at least for anything that I'm gonna do. And the app was great. This is really fun, and maybe I'll update you guys with some shorts in the future for different things I find to laser. Otherwise, let me know down in the comments, are you guys thinking about this laser? Have you been shopping for lasers for a long time? And kind of what is on your shopping list? And what is it you're planning to laser? I'm really curious because like for me, it was primarily the leather and the boxes, which it probably still will be. I don't see a ton of lemons in my future. But that's all for me today. I will see you in the next one. Go forth, be kind, be creative.